all of my single moms, I just need to know, are you guys okay? Like, at what point does it stop being terrifying? That you have someone else's entire livelihood in your hands. I've been having some just really hard days. How are you guys keeping it together?
Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well because I am. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, all the love in the world. So today we're going to listen to some women, talk about their regrets about having kids. And in as much as I don't have kids, but I feel like the society should normalize women talking about these things, because you see mothers giving birth to children, and as a single woman, as a woman without children, you think it's easy, you think everything is going well, until they come out to say how they really feel. And the society has made it look like a sin for a woman to talk about her regrets, especially when it comes to children, not knowing that it is actually not easy to have these children. It is actually not easy to take care of these children. And some women did not know what it takes to give birth to children and take care of children. So it was like a shock, or it is like a shock for them, so it's not easy anywhere. And I do not shame these women. I don't encourage anybody to shame these women. And if you're watching this video and you feel this way, it is okay to speak up. It is okay to say these things. And it is also okay for women to share their experiences, even if it's not regret, because women like us that don't have children learn from some of this experience and expect the worst. There are so many things I did not know about pregnancy and giving birth and children that I found out on the internet. And if these people had not shared, I would not know, or I would not have learned. So please don't shame these women. Learn from their experiences. And yeah, I'm going to play some of the videos right now.
I regret being a parent. Now, before you come for me, please hear me out. For the longest time, I didn't want kids. My husband and I were on the same page, and then we got to year 11 in our marriage, and through some discussions and things, we decided we did want to start a family. We changed our minds, as people do. And I think we went into it thinking that it might not even happen, because we had some friends with fertility issues and things like that. So we thought maybe this might not even happen for us. So we're just going to go ahead and try anyway. Instead, it happened very quickly. And I think that kind of shocked us a bit. And for 2 straight weeks, I cried thinking about it, because I was like, what have I done? I've ruined my plans. What am I doing? I got over it after the initial shock of it all. And then the pandemic hit, and we had our daughter, and I thought, great, now this is not going at all as what I thought. And it was hard, but I love my daughter. She is hilarious. She is so sweet. She's so smart, witty. I can be having the worst day ever, and she knows that, and she'll give me a hug, and she brightens every part of my day. And I love being her mom, and I love being a mom. But there were a lot of reasons why I didn't want kids. And one of those reasons was that I didn't want to bring a kid into a world that was declining as it is. And I don't know if this happens every generation. I don't know if every generation has thought, what am I bringing my kids into? But especially with the state of things as of late, I look into her eyes and how bright it is and how wonderful she sees everything. And I just think, what have I done? Because one day it's not going to be as bright for her. And look at everything that's happening. So in that respect, I regret being a parent, even though I love being a mom. And I just wanted to share that with you today, in case anybody else feels that way.
This is my biggest regret about having kids later in life. So I had my first daughter when I was 34. I had my second daughter when I was 36. I'm now 37. And we waited to have kids intentionally. It's something we talked about, prayed about, but I really wanted to be financially stable before we had kids. That was the main reason. I also wanted to travel and enjoy being married. So we were married almost 10 years before we had our children. And there's a lot to be said for waiting to have kids. There are many benefits like financial stability, maturity, all of those things. But this is my regret. I genuinely regret not having them sooner. And here's why. When you're a female, especially if you wait to have kids until your mid to late 30s, as you know, your risk of complicated pregnancies, birth defects, genetic disorders, those go up as you age. Your chances of getting pregnant goes down, and you're just more tired, you're more exhausted, and it's harder on your body. And the thing is, we absolutely love having kids. And I kind of have this feeling like if we would have had kids 5 years sooner or 10 years sooner, we would probably have another kid or two because we just love our children so much. And something that people don't talk about or tell you about having kids, and some people do, I guess, but it just gets better and better. Our 3.5-year-old is absolutely amazing. I know I'm biased because I'm her mom, but she has the coolest personality. She's so fun. She's fun to hang out with. And she's just like your little buddy that you want to do everything with. It's amazing. And she has her own personality. And it's honestly like the sweetest, most incredible thing. And I do think that our culture, especially in America, has fed this path to women that after college, you need to focus on your career for the next 10, 15 years and then maybe have a family. The focus is definitely not, go to college and have kids and figure out career later. So I went down that path. I had a very successful mother. She's amazing. She did incredible things with her career. I went down that path as well. Started my own business right out of college, did that for almost 15 years, built my career, had a lot of purpose, enjoyed what I did, but I can honestly tell you that nothing compares to the purpose, contentment, and joy that I experienced from being a mom and having children. And it's true, you only get so many eggs, you only have so much time. Women have this finite window where you can get pregnant and start a family, and it's worth it. Yes, it is easier in many ways to wait so that you have that financial stability and maturity and a marriage and all of those things. And that's super important, but you don't get time back. That's the thing. So my biggest regret is that my husband and I did not have kids sooner because we both love being parents. And it's just different with him being 44, me being 37. It's hard to imagine having another baby so close together. So that is our experience having kids later in life, and I'm genuinely curious what you guys think.
I'm going to say something that will make some people upset. I think we need to normalize regretting having your children. I'm a therapist and I work with kids, teens, young adults, as well as parents. And there are so many parents who have been vulnerable enough with me in their therapy sessions to admit that they regret having their children. Now, before you shame those parents, these are really, really good parents. Now, these aren't all parents that I work with. It's just a emotion that does come up in therapy that I don't think really gets talked about, because if they were to say some of these words out loud or to other people, they would get shamed for it. And don't get me wrong, these are amazing parents. They're great parents. They love their children. They would do anything for their children. They would never give their children up. But it's just talking about the emotion of regretting having them.
Okay, this is interesting. 30% of mothers regret having children. Now, I've been noticing an increase on the topic of women who are deciding not to have children here on TikTok, but what I haven't noticed is anyone coming out and saying that they regret having children. which is completely normal because that is a very taboo subject. Ladies, I want you to think long and hard about the life that you want for yourself, not the life that society is telling you that you should have, the life that you want to create for yourself and for your own happiness. Because time and time again, we've seen kids being abandoned, neglected, and killed by their own parents. And I'm pretty sure it's because those parents did not want to be parents to begin with. But seriously, when you think about the life that you want for yourself, what does that entail? Do you really want to start a family in your 20s or even in your 30s, or do you just want to wait until your 40s to do so? Or maybe you want to opt out and just be married and you and your husband travel the world together. Or maybe you don't want to have kids or get married and you just want to be the rich auntie who bear the gifts during the holidays. Or stay single and adopt a newborn. Or maybe you want to be the next Oprah and utilize your time to contribute to the world in a positive way, with or without children. What I'm saying is, with almost 8 billion people in the world, not everyone is going to have the same life itinerary because not everyone is supposed to. I feel like women are the only ones being threatened that they're going to die alone if they decide to not have a family, which is what's creating mothers who abandon children. Read the room. So for women specifically who don't have children right now, I suggest you take the time. It can take days, weeks, maybe even months to figure out what your life path is going to be without any consideration of the path that society has for you.